way trade has been set up now is like few people benefit, and the vast majority of people are impoverished more and more with this design, the way people have been designed trade now, which is, they call it free trade, but actually it's impositions to small countries and subsidies for big countries, which it doesn't really help us, because we're making the gaps of rich and poor becoming wider and wider, and we're becoming a country that export people. We're sending immigrants away. We're sending our youth to work in other places, and half the time they don't make it to like the United States because they're killed in the way in Mexico, or they die in trying to get to the other side. And then once in the other country, they're persecuted like criminals. And these are people who are being affected in their lives by these agreements that don't benefit the majorities. The jobs that these trade agreements are offering are like low-paid jobs, like services, maybe hotel cleaning, tourism, factory, sweat lodges, sweatshops, or agro business, like packing foods with a lot of chemicals involved, and they use labor from children. 14-year-olds, 15-year-olds are working to send flowers to Europe and to the United States, and packaging foods. A lot of there's no security in any jobs. There's a lot. The informal sector is growing for women. Men are usually migrate first, so the women are head of households with a lot of difficulties just trying to manage. And the chain of effects, I think women and children are the most affected. A lot of the hydroelectrics they channel the water, so women don't have any services, or they have contaminated water to do their daily lives. And those, only to mention one of the few things. And the jobs that these trade agreements or free trade areas are jobs that are like low paid. There's a lot of abuse for women in factories, to the point that they don't let them go to the bathroom or drink water, so they don't stand. They're low paid. They ask women to do pregnancy tests because they don't allow pregnant women, and they usually like younger women, from 20 to 30s, and then they discard, and they have long waiting list of women doing menial work. Sometimes I think they honestly think that then if we open our markets, we're going to be better off and we're going to be celebrating. Unfortunately, like I say, the benefits are going to be for the same big companies and transnationals and big business who are like becoming bigger and bigger, even supermarkets. And so hopefully that the UK people can visit, can see beyond what's being offered by the European Union or the Economic Commission, and see what the effects on this is going to be terrible, especially to women and to the environment. We have a few rivers that are not contaminated, and those rivers have been guarded by the indigenous people. And where the water is where the indigenous people are. And these companies coming with the trade agreement are going to just take on the water that is left and privatize it. So I think those issues are like, for us, it's life or death, because this is the last remains of forests, of good clean water, and I think it's going to be like extermination of a lot of cultures with these, and we don't have much hope, because it's, rather than getting better, it's getting worse. And so I think it's important that we see the world as a whole being. Our planet is one, and it's suffering, and there are a lot of people suffering already. We need to stop that, and I hope UK people can help us do that and see beyond beyond the tourist pictures of or in the colors of our countries and see what's happening